Alrighty, folks. Good evening, and welcome to another session of our Vecna Eve of Ruin. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our very present and actual players this evening.
I'm a real boy.
The real boy.
Hello.
Present.
And, well, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time before we get into what's gonna happen this time. You guys were regrouping eventually outside the rear portion of the wrecked Lambent Zenith. Zom, Nero, and Brindrag informed the others of the situation and suggested checking out a part of the wreckage that a lifeboat with a treant adorning it for more survivors, possibly more leads on where this next rod piece was. After some threats to the treant and questions, it finally answered and spoke more plainly, as it could not actually move from its location, but it was using its vines to keep the blink dog, Akasa, safe from a nest of monsters below. And you guys agreed to destroy these monsters and help free the blink dog, and headed down to the nest, finding half a dozen tentacled beak-brain creatures, Grell. Defeating them after a fashion, Redbud the treant loosened his vines to reveal Akasa as well as the rest of the area below deck of the two vessels. Speaking to Akasa, you learned the secret had been keeping from his druid friend about another possible survivor of their own vessel. Searching the area, you found a curious journal Zom later read to reveal a key piece of information in getting the rod piece. But you took Akasa back to the others at the rear of the galleon, reunited the friendly Blink Dog with Davros, and he claimed he would help try and persuade Figaro to let you speak with him. As Larissa, Nero, and Dude went below deck to have words with Figaro about your situation, the rest of you kept up top. Zom, this is when he discovered the key phrase that would dispel the arcane wards guarding the area of the rod piece. And the trio below deck was having a hard time getting through to the paranoid first mate, at least until Larissa decided to try a different approach, and actually wanted to set Figaro's mind at ease with a storied song. Gaining entrance to the room finally, you actually met Figaro, or at least Larissa did. This scared tiefling fiddling with a cube-like object. He explained to her that there were two invisible rune wards guarding the area that you had saw it. One of them was in the study in the midsection of the ship, while the other was actually on his very bedpost. He pointed it out, but it's invisible, unseen to you. But now armed with information, as you guys head back up top, you do see Brindrag, along with the Blink Dog, fly off into the astral sea, as with a little notice, Brindrag had mentioned to Dread and Zom before leaving that he wanted to help this Blink Dog find that halfling aboard their vessel. And that he'll catch up with you someday. Good luck with the rod piece. But that's where we're going to pick up as the trio arrive back up top. Nero's no longer poisoned at this point, I would say. And that's where we're picking up.
You find anything in that book, Zom?
I think I can turn off the runes if we can find them. Somebody wrote down the password.
Lucky for you. You know the
They're
rooms.
invisible. But that doesn't seem to be a problem.
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, all right. Well, we're just gonna find him then, right?
That's cool.
All right, I will breathe in and do a martial arts stance, and my eyes start to glow, and I'll cast see invisibility. And I'll look around this upper deck for some invisible rooms.
You look around, there is nothing invisible in sight.
And I don't think these rooms are up here.
I always said it was in the place we were last.
Well, Larissa
At least
knows
one of
that.
them. I mean, I'm guessing we heard it. We were just outside the
told
door, and she told us.
It's
Where are these
in-
rooms?
his room and another room that I forgot to put in my notes.
The study.
Doesn't
Because
let anyone in his room.
Study. The study. Which I assume is not on this part of the ship.
That's where we found the book. So should we go back to the study, figure out from there, and then get inside of his room and
Well, Larissa can go in his room. Now you got the password, tell Larissa's password, and have her do it. Trust
Yes.
her.
I believe the password is "The moon sings a song for the lost."
That's nice. Poetic.
Well, I don't know much about the captain, but I'm sure it means something.
most likely.
You think you need any help, or you got this one?
Who are you asking?
Larissa.
What? You want me to go in there alone?
I don't mind going with you.
I mean, you were just
I'd
in
be
there
happy
alone,
to help.
but I can definitely
I
go in
would
there.
like. Okay. There's something wrong with him. Like, I know that we know that there's something wrong with him.
I don't know
But
that he'll talk to anybody.
yes, but I was wondering, Zam, if like maybe he won't talk to you, but maybe you'll be able to. I don't
Only
know.
if he lets me in the room.
You're a healer person, you know stuff like that that I don't.
We have to get past the door first.
I can try
I
and
can take care of the
convince him.
door if you need me to.
I don't believe you can. It's a barrier of magical force.
Well, I've got these kick-ass knives that you see have hellfire. I think I can do stuff.
And burn what's left of the ship, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep it warm for a little bit, I guess.
No. I know he's a tiefling and fire doesn't affect them as much, but let's not do that. Please.
Well, if you need a motivator for him, you can always suggest that could happen.
I think that's
That
the
didn't
opposite
work.
of motivation. We'll just drive him deeper away.
He's terrified, but he's not sound of mind. From what I can gather, I can't tell exactly what's going on, which is why I was wondering if Zam could come down. But whatever that guy did to him has, despite the fact that that person is dead, it's still affecting him. Person is dead.
If it's a magical alteration, perhaps it can be removed, but healing
That's what
the
I thought.
mind
That's what I thought.
is simple.
But I figured that, if anyone could do it, it would be you, Zam.
I'm more than happy to take a look, but
Excellent.
he
Come.
has to let me in the room.
I will convince him. Let's go.
Would y'all mind if I went and checked out the other rest of the shipwreck?
Someone go with him, please.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go with him. You
Yeah,
guys
go
get
with
down
him.
there.
And then I will head towards the shipwreck portion near the heart.
Oh,
Okay.
all the way.
As Zom and Larissa head below deck, what dude's going with Nero and
Mm-hmm.
Dread?
Yep. Yep.
All right. As we'll go with Larissa and Zom heading below deck, they were eyed curiously by those above deck because no one else is below deck besides Figaro at the moment. You would go down to see his door still open. And he's just kind of gazing up at it, his head down, fidgeting with that small object. Sees you approach towards the door. Huh?
It's Figaro.
Oh.
I just turned to Zam and it's just like, maybe we should put the weapons down. I mean, you're already a very big guy, so minus the weapons, maybe.
I can lean it against the wall. Not a problem.
Thank you.
No.
Figaro, we're just coming in. Is that okay?
You were just in here.
I know.
What? Okay. Sure.
This is my friend, Zamkug.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'd like to say it's a pleasure to meet you, but I don't really know you.
That is understandable. I understand you've been in here for a long time.
It's safe. It's clean. It's safe. It's both those things, and it is none of those things outside.
I can respect that.
That is true.
Do you have everything you need in here? Are you okay?
I have everything I need, yes. Am I okay? Most probably not. I have learned that there has been some dissent among the ranks, and certain things are not adding up where they should have been yesterday, or the day before, or the day before that.
You referring to... Notes. Ilrin?
More than that, there are things that are out of place, things that should not be, things that are missing. I can't put my finger on it. It's like I have the key, but I don't have the lock.
That is quite the predicament. We typically find ourselves on the other end. But
This is what I meant. Like,
as far as
there's something
Ilrin is
going on.
concerned, he has been put back in his proper place.
It's only part of the problem. That's... He just kind of like mumbles to himself. You can give me an Arcana check, Zom.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
Sure. You can add a D10? D8?
Yes, I think it is. D10, I think, at this stage.
He doesn't need it.
Oh, he doesn't need it.
Let's say I can go for DC 25, I guess.
I would say with a 21, you've heard of magics messing with minds. This is a particularly nasty one of modify memory. But it seems like more, oftentimes people that have their memories tampered with bad things happen. And, well, bad things, when pieces of your brain are missing or aren't replaced properly, it can leave, well, what you're staring at. There are a couple of spells that you would know to heal this for sure. One would be Remove Curse, and the other would be Greater Restoration.
Well,
Wish.
I can't quite get to wish. But I'm pretty sure I can do a greater resto. It is level. Yep. If he will if he will get close enough, I will need to touch him.
What? You need to touch me for what? What? With your hands? Are they clean? Are they safe?
They are. They might be a little rough, but as you say, the world outside is not particularly safe.
Far from it.
But if you will let me take a look at you, I might be able to ease some of whatever has befallen you.
Do you have the regions for Greater Restoration?
If I use my Dutch or whatever it's called, divine intervention, I do not need them.
Okay, provided it works. Or how does it work now? Does it just work?
I cast it. Or channel divinity or greater resto.
Yeah.
You touch a creature and magically remove one of the following effects: exhaustion, charm, petrified, a curse, reduction to their hit points, or any reduction to their ability scores.
Yeah.
But I don't have it prepared, so I have to use it as my divine intervention.
Okay. What is this like when you do this? What does Larissa see and witness? What does the camera see?
Camera. I think right now Zom's magic is just a bright white light. It doesn't really have much form or anything. It's just energy at the moment. So just a nice flash of light emanating from, I guess, his head.
As this flash emanates, he falls backwards onto the bed as his eyes roll back into his head for a brief moment. And his eyes quickly blink open.
Figaro?
Oh. It was Ilrin. He
will not hurt anyone ever again.
He did something to me. Oh. What's worse? I know more. That is why we're not safe. It's my fault. And he just gets this depressed slump. And his shoulders kind of, slump down. Hunches his back. Still sitting on the bed.
How is it your fault?
I knew about the stretches of the astral here, the dangers in which they hold. I didn't warn the captain. The route was quite economical, and I believed it would have been easy for us to traverse, especially with the artifact below deck. I was keeping this, hoping it wouldn't matter, but it did. It was quite dangerous. Didn't expect to see the body of a chaotic entity. This. It's my fault.
Mm,
If the captain were here, I would, well, confess my misdeeds, and if only she were. But I must stay strong for the crew.
I haven't spent much time on a ship, but I believe you are the captain now.
Yes. Yes, that is how it goes. That's why I must stay strong. And then Ilren, I was to confront him. I think he suspected as much, and while we were playing cards, he gave a look. And then everything got all fuzzy. The memories twitching, forgotten. I still don't feel like it's all right, but it's not all bad. It's not all scrambled.
Seems he was threatened by you. A strong captain, and
Well, I believe.
that's
Don't believe
something
I'll
that-
ever be as strong as Captain Azinda, but I will do my best. Thank you for bringing me of this affliction. I apologize. And he'll kind of turn back to the back of his bed. The rune you seek is the warding one is behind me on the bedpost there. Dispelling it should be easy for you if you can do that. And you also gain a secret.
okay.
Figaro's secret.
feature 3 secrets. Nope.
And he just kind of writes himself up. I believe I have some addressing to do to the crew. If you'll excuse me. And he kind of pockets that cube that he was fidgeting with. Thank you again.
I'm sure they'll be happy to see you.
I hope so. He takes a deep breath, puffs his chest out, and leaves the room, marching upstairs.
Well, that went better than I was anticipating. Glad it didn't burn the place down or something.
See, it was fine. Everything was fine. Now we just need to open the room.
I believe we have to see it to turn it off.
Uh-huh.
Finicky that way.
I haven't used that invisibility thingy-majiggy. See invisibility.
You absolutely can, though.
If you would like to do the honors.
I'd like to do that, please.
All right. As you kind of flicker your eyes for the briefest moment, you see darkness in this haze of purple crystal and a voice. Little secrets. They will destroy you. Just that creeping voice scratches down your back, feeling like ice in your spine. As eyes flicker open, just a fraction of a second. And you can see the bed frame. On it, you would see a stylized carving of a crescent moon pulsating with silver light on the bedpost.
I shake off the horrible feeling that I just got. I turn to Sam. It's like, we just have to say that phrase to it.
I believe now that you can see the lock, intent is all that matters.
Okay. I guess I face the runes, the crescent, and I say, the moon sings a song for the lost.
It pulsates it rapidly for a brief moment before looking like a simple carving and starts to appear on the bed frame in plain view. As Zom, you see it as well, just this stylized carving of a crescent moon, no longer glowing. This faint hum for a briefest of moments, and it's gone. But so now just looking like a regular carving.
Why did I think more would happen?
This is just the lock. Wait until you see the door.
Yes. Well, I guess that means we should go and see what the others are up to. Well, no, I assume that they're adults. They should be able to deal with this.
I'm sure Dredd is arguing with a tree about access with flaming swords again.
Yes. Yes, well... Did you find anything else useful in that book?
Not that I wrote down in my notes. So...
No, it's mostly just like kind of experimentations with the artifact and utilizing it to traverse space and time in quick and fast, sometimes unknown ways.
They were using the rod to power the ship.
Yes, Figaro told me as much.
Two mixed results, it looks like.
Yes.
But that's... It just makes you wonder just how powerful this rod is going to be when it all comes together. If it can do this.
Well, there's probably a reason it was broken in the first place.
True. Very true.
Just who are we supposed to give it over to when we're done?
I think the plan was to break it apart again and scatter it.
That would probably be for the best.
Yes.
Don't know if I necessarily think... Well, I guess if they really wanted it, they could have found the pieces themselves by now. So maybe we can trust the three.
Speaking of the three, there is another three who are traversing across this broken, petrified, fleshy entity, bones and what was once flesh. As you guys are floating across, heading towards the heart.
Yes.
As you...
It's like, hey guys, so do you think maritime law applies to the Astral Sea? Because they don't have a captain right now, and their first mate's a little wackadoo. I could be a new captain.
I don't think this thing's like seaworthy right now, so I don't
Well,
think it really matters either way.
They said
But
they
it-
already have a hierarchy.
well, I'm just saying we could get a crew.
If there was like a working boat, I bet you could be a captain. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think maritime law would apply here.
Okay. Cool.
It'd have to be like a real boat though, like not like
Oh,
three
well,
pieces of a boat.
oh, we'll see what happens. You know, magical stuff happens. This is a weird, god body that's dead. So maybe we'll get a new boat.
Maybe, who knows?
Maybe. I mean, this place is kind of fun.
Maybe we could turn one of these ribs into a boat.
Like carve out like a canoe.
Yeah. Travel the
Yeah,
astral sea.
Let's say as you look down at the ribs, talking about as you're floating, I don't know how, a little ways above them, maybe 15, 20 feet,
Dude is sitting
Kinda follow-
cross-legged,
and just floating.
and just floating.
Gotcha.
I'm doing the Superman.
Yep, one arm out.
Yep, and
How-
flying
how-
kind of like along the spine.
How is Nero fly?
Probably riding on his friend.
Absolutely riding on your large cat as you're going across the spine. I would say Narrow and Dread, as you're talking about the spine and the ribs, kind of underneath, hanging below the ribs, just barely out of view. You can see this, what you think is, well, seeing the boats around, it might be a sail, but you can see this faint, dark material. Looks like it flickers, not with star light, but it does look like it has a star pattern on the material, kind of embedded in the cloth.
That can make a pretty sweet cape.
It looks like it already is.
I'm gonna go check that out, guys.
Right, we should be careful, but let's go check it out.
And I immediately
Yeah,
just
I saw it too, guys. I'll go.
go
with
right for it.
As Dread's already looking down there and probably bolting ahead as Nero's riding your cat and Dude's trailing behind. Yeah,
All at the same time.
all at the same time. Kind of. It's just, yeah. I'd say as Dread, as you get down there, yeah, kind of trapped and hooked onto one of these broken ribs below, you see this ornate, starry cloth with a fanciful kind of trim around it.
I'm gonna look around the cloth for a trap.
Give me a perception check.
30.
With a 30, it is, you don't see anything moving around. Maybe very far off in the distance through the clouds. And you would see, actually it would glimmer, the cloak. I'll show you what it looks like as it's dangling there. Looks like that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah. As you go to pick it up,
It turns into a mimic.
It doesn't turn into a mimic. The cloak swirls around. As it does, you see this long, protruding tail and a large mouth extend from the other side, almost like a giant, manta ray or stingray. As it does, it quickly, you would hear this this inhalation, and you would see it split into not one creature, But not 2,
Oh no.
not 3,
Oh no.
but 4 creatures as a thing. It would all kind of like vanish all around it underneath here, splitting apart. We are going to roll initiative.
So it's not a cape.
It is not a cape.
sweet. It is not a sweet cloak. That's a shame.
And I don't have advantage on this.
Nope. Oh,
Zom is not around.
Natural one.
so 12.
With that, yeah. Jeffrey, you're up first as this thing
So
separates
angry
out
that-
around you.
So angry that he's missed out on this sweet,
It
sweet
looked
cloak.
like a perfectly good cloak.
Yeah, he is angry about that. So angry that he goes into a rage.
Okay, he gets big mad.
Gets super, super mad about this. You know, fashion is important for a noble, even one as on the fringe as Jeffrey might be. And then he's going to attack the one in front of him
Okay, absolutely.
with the daggers, recklessly. Not the dagger, but the scimitar is the first one. And then.
Reckless scimitar attack. Getting
Oh,
a
hell
nat
yes.
freaking 20.
I'm going to use my sneak attack, obviously. And I'm going to throw in a pushing attack on this guy.
Absolutely.
Let's see, where's that's the superiority die damage. Crit damage.
For 28
28.
points of damage, as you see this flame pierce and slash through this creature, it goes right through them.
It was an illusion. I got a
It would-
crit hit on an illusion.
It would appear an illusion. That's what it
that
seems
hurts.
like.
That hurts, Steven. That hurts my soul.
I know. Give me an intelligence save.
That's just so mean.
No, that shit's real. It's weird. It somehow flowed around your flaming scimitar.
Oh fuck this!
It's very
Fuck this
real.
fucking cape, guys. This guy. I can't stand this motherfucker, and I'm going to do my bonus attack, or not bonus, but offhand.
Gotcha.
Dagger. Where did I put my dagger? There it is.
26 will hit. As you stab into it, give me another intelligence save.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, with a 17, this shit's not real. It can't be.
Oh.
But part of it seems it seems so real, but it's not, but it is, but it's not.
Wait, guys, something's off about these capes. They might not be capes.
Looks like that.
Then I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay. As you move away from this one, it does bite out at you. Actually, its tail slaps out towards you.
Okay. At advantage.
At advantage, thank you. It needed it. Got a 22 to hit.
Alright, yeah, that hits.
As you take a whopping total of 5 points of slashing damage, reduced to 2. As the one you just left somehow slashes out at you with its tail.
I barely feel it and go like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna attack the one that's to my left
Okay.
with my scimitar.
Swing out with your flaming blades. 27 will hit.
Oh, it does not get my speed or die or my sneak attack.
As you cut into this one, give me an intelligence save. You're not sure.
Is that enough?
It somehow dodged it. Like it's
Oh.
weird.
This is the one, guys. This one right here. This is the real one. Or maybe they're not all real. Maybe they're all fake. Fuck. These cloaks are awful. And that's my turn.
That will take us to Narrow. As Narrow, you're looking down. Jeffrey's slashing through these things. They don't seem to be taking damage. It's odd and strange in its own way. But one of them definitely hurt him slightly.
We're going to throw an arrow at this one first.
Okay.
Let's see.
A
13.
13 misses.
All right, and we're gonna try again.
As it swirls around. A 16 does indeed hit.
For 12.
Fair enough. As your arrow sticks into the creature.
He's gonna yell, Dread, it's the one to your down there. That does an arrow sticking out. The other ones are fake, it seems. And that'll be it.
That will take us
I
to
don't
its
know.
turn.
They might all be real.
As, yeah, these three surround Dread, while this one over here flies up towards Narrow. And it is going to moan out. Just this. I need a wisdom saving throw from all of you.
Figured it out. They're cows.
Yep, there you go. Jeez, with the wisdom saves.
21.
For me too.
Yep. Oh, Jeffrey.
What-
and
what happens to
and the
me?
pet.
It's,
The nameless cat. We'll call him Cheetor.
I got a name. I'll tell you in a second. Wisdom save. 12.
Both the cat and Dread are frightened of these creatures. All of them.
I would never.
At which point, two tails lash out towards Dread from different at advantage too. The one getting a 22, the other getting a 12 to hit Dread.
22 hits.
As you take 11 points of slashing damage as one of these tails scratches across your back. You really only take 5 because you are raging. Meanwhile, this one, as it's moaning, it tries to grab out towards Narrow. Narrow getting an 18 to hit.
That hits.
As it grabs onto you and actually wraps you up in itself. You take 15 points of piercing damage. You are now blinded, and yeah, you're just blinded. That's odd. It doesn't restrain you. It just makes you blind. Fair enough. As Narrow, everything goes dark. And this thing grabs a hold of you. And you feel these piercing feelings into you. Which will take us to Dude. Dude, what's up?
Oh man, this is a predicament here. All right, so I'm gonna call on the pure elements that are all around me here, and I will attune to them. Elemental
All right.
attunement. Then from here, then I'll be able to make an attack. And now that there's now a lightning user in the party, I can feel better using lightning.
Getting some lightning going. A little electric state. As you, yeah, a 16 hits. For 16 points of damage. Nero, you take 8 points of lightning damage.
Wow, that didn't look like it worked the way I wanted to. Alright, next one.
27 will also hit as you pummeling into this thing with electric jolts.
For 14 points.
Crackling, Nero, you take 7 points of lightning damage.
And I can, if I push it, does it take Nero with it, or
I would argue it would take Nero with it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Use a bonus action to make one more attack. $17 to hit. For another 14 points.
All right, yeah. Nero, you take 7 points of lightning damage.
That will do it.
All right. Which will take us back to the top of the round. As Zom and Larissa, you are flying to catch up with the others. And you can make out something is happening there. Something is happening here. You can see Nero above the ribs. Unsure that's him other than that his feline friend is near him. But he's wrapped up in a thick rubbery cloak. I would like both of you to give me initiatives, please. Very nice. And Larissa, you do have advantage because Zom is near you. He's got his weapon. Fair enough. That will actually take us to surprise guest number 1 and 2. Dude, you saw these things traveling a ways away. But you only saw a glimpse of them. As looking much like a shark, but with a singular eye above its maw. Extra fins than a shark has, black of skin with glistening white, kind of almost melding into the astral around it. You all would see this thing. About 17 feet long. And there's actually 2 of them.
Oh, yikes.
Just over here.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they start far away, but you do see them coming. So they start circling, looking for an opportunity to strike. That will end their turn, taking us to Jeffrey. You are frightened. What are you doing?
We got fucking sharks over here. And I'm going to follow the advice of Nero and attack this guy.
Okay.
recklessly, so it'll be a straight roll
Straight roll.
with scimitar.
A 25 will
Oh.
absolutely hit. As you cut into it, it actually disperses.
Huh.
You cut it in two as it fades away.
I'm like, these things are fucked, guys. I don't know. These cloaks are weird. And I'm gonna
Giant mana rays.
use my bonus action, not bonus action, offhand attack on that guy.
All right. Again, straight roll. 19 will hit it. As you cleave through that one too, just stabbing into it the littlest, faintest bit of fire, it erupts into nothingness. Just kind of disperses and is no more.
I don't know what's happening. And then I'm gonna attack this last guy.
All right. A 12 is going to be a miss as it dodges around you.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay. Getting 9 points of healing.
And then I'm also going to move up to half my speed without
Okay.
provoking opportunity attacks.
Absolutely.
Gotta move.
As you fly up and over a little bit.
40 feet of movement, so I'm going to move there.
Okay.
That's my movement.
That is your free movement. You still have your movement if you like.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. So I'll move back even further. I'm going to move back amongst the fellas.
Hey.
Absolutely.
But
Seeing Nero being wrapped up in this thing.
I'll move closer to here so I can actually wail on this guy next turn.
All right.
And say, watch out for those fucking sharks.
Fair enough. That will take us to Larissa. As you and Zom are heading, you see the sharks starting to come onto your crew there, just kind of looking for the right space to strike giant behemoth shark-like creatures.
Okay, and
Your movement
Let's
is
see.
5 times your intelligence score.
5 times my intelligence. 50, 70. Okay.
Yeah, you're fast.
Okay. Will that get me far enough? Fuck, okay. Right, let me just double check something. Because I want to at least put a pause on one of the sharks.
Absolutely.
I need to see if I need to do a... Okay. Oh, no, I don't like how that's organized. Yep, that's better. Command. I could do that. One. Sleep.
You gonna try
It's
to
a
make
wisdom
sleep?
saving throw as well. I've got to. Yeah, but I'm gonna need to either sleep or hypnotic pattern. But I think they're too far apart for both of them to get hit by a hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, they're 35 feet. Hypnotic pattern's a
Yeah,
20-foot
just-
cube.
Yeah, well, not going to be wasting a big spell. So what I'll do is, and I've got a 60-foot range, and so I'm going to have to use one of my Misty Steps, and I'm going to use it as one of my feature Misty Steps.
Yeah.
To Misty
face step 30 feet closer, nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, and if I go there,
Yeah.
just out of range of that one and within range of that one. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to attempt to cast Sleep
All right.
on this one.
Is it a wisdom save or a con save?
Wisdom saving throw.
You can see it start to droop a little bit immediately as this little pixie dust starts to surround it. It's getting sleepy. It got a 9.
Okay. Excellent. I was kind of hoping that they had a low wisdom.
They don't have a high one, I'll say that. Anything else for Larissa?
Okay. And I just gonna tick that off. And I will say that because I did one of my innate Misty Steps, I'm gonna do it as one of my refreshing steps.
Absolutely, you should. Giving
So
some
I
temp hit
get
points.
8
Nice.
hit points.
As that little bit of dust sticks to you, and you feel a little better.
Okay. End of turn.
That will take us to Nero, who is blinded as this cloak has you wrapped up in it.
I'm blinded, but I'm not restrained or anything, so I couldn't just move away. No.
It would move with you. It has you grappled, so your movement is 0.
Okay, well then we're gonna try to hit with the scimitar.
Okay. We'll be at disadvantage as you quickly kind of just leave your bow and just kind of try to pull out your scimitar. There's going to be a miss as you're not able to really get good swings out. It's just like kind of like you're wrapped up in a tent, like the tent collapsed on you.
All right, let's try another hit.
Also, I'm so happy that we're able to see the dice rolls once again. Really small thing. A 21 will hit it. As it will take some points of damage as you cut into it. It squeezes tighter, and you take 5 points of slashing as well.
All right, and I can do a offhand. The Nick.
You can, absolutely.
All right, so
Now,
No,
when you
not
try
one.
to pull out the other scimitar, you can't even really get it all the way out of the sheath.
that'll be it.
All right. That will take us to... Let me double check. The frightened condition would go away at this point, actually. So, Dread no longer frightened, Cast no longer frightened at the end of your turn. Which will take us to the cloaker thing. The cloaker thing flies up. The one that Dread escaped from. It's going to lash out with its tail.
Now that we've mentioned that, I forgot that I'm still frightened. Would I be considered frightened of this guy?
You would no longer be frightened.
Okay, cool.
It was at the end of your turn, so yeah, technically you couldn't have moved closer, so you'd be like... So you could be over here. That's where you would be. You wouldn't be next to Nero.
Gotcha.
Because yes, you were frightened of all of them. But nonetheless, it still lashes out with its tail. Once at Dread and once at Dude. Dread, you went reckless, so we got a 23 to hit.
I will disadvantage. I'll use lucky.
You would lucky and make disadvantage against you. Getting a 15 against dude.
Misses.
As Dread, you do get hit for 4 points of slashing damage, reduced to 2. It's nothing. Meanwhile, this thing does still squeeze onto Narrow, getting a 23 to hit.
Lance.
As you take 8 points of piercing damage. Not a lot.
So this guy struck out at the dude.
This guy, yeah, and
Then I'm gonna attack him with my
Absolutely.
reaction.
Absolutely, you can. Give me that attack.
Actually, it would be. I'm no longer frightened, so that would be.
Would be at advantage, actually. 18
let
will
me
hit
crit.
it.
Let me crit fish.
Yep. 18 will hit it. As you cut it in twain. As it is no longer present. Just disperses into shadows. Which will end its turn, taking us to Dude. Dude, couple of big sharks, and you got Nero wrapped up in a cloak. Manta Ray.
Nero, you good?
No.
Alright. I will continue to beat up Nero. I mean, the cat thing that's on.
All
I
right.
mean, at this point, yeah, might as well.
14 hits.
14 hits. Alright, I'll go. Hey, you guys need to chill out. Cold damage.
As the electricity quickly turns to cold, Nero, you take 5 points of cold damage.
Man. Still got him.
Yeah.
Alright, go again.
26 absolutely hits.
9 points of cold.
Nero, you take 4 points of cold damage.
Alright, we will go ahead and spend a focus point flurry.
Okay, flurrying away. 20 hits. Nero takes 4 points.
Cold. Oh,
Ooh, that does miss, yeah.
And 23.
23, absolutely. Nero takes 4 points of cold damage. As you do see bits of this thing freezing, but it's just kind of squeezing tighter and almost reverberating as you hear this mumbling, moaning. Anything else for Dude?
Man, that thing's really got you, Nero. That's it.
That will take us to Zom. Zom, pretty far away in this moment. What are you up to?
We'll fly over here. Oh, maybe 50-ish. Really far away.
They'll get closer. One of them will.
Real quick on that last one, can I try a stunning strike?
I would say no, we've already moved on to the next person's turn.
Alright, sounds good.
Good thought, though.
Oh,
What does a Zom do?
This might kill Nero, that's the problem.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
I will hold the one that's grappling. Nero.
Okay. Make a wisdom save. How about that? It got a 15.
That's a fail. 20 points of necrotic damage.
It will take some of that damage. Nero, you take 10 points of necrotic damage. As you hear this ringing, as this thing squeezes and bites onto you tighter. Anything else for Zom?
Oh, nothing I can do with the bonus action, so we're good.
All right, that will take us to the sharks, as one of them is a little bit sleepy. It passes out right there. It just floats there. It's asleep. The other one swims viciously through the air, out towards Dread. You got, you know, your big swords.
Yeah, I just didn't want to be too far away from
I
people
made
if I needed to be
fire.
healed.
It does bite out at you. Thanks,
As it should.
twice. Getting a 16 to hit
That hits.
as you take 23 points of piercing damage. Reduced to 11 as you're raging. It snaps out towards you, kind of getting your elbow pretty good. Does not seem deterred by the fire.
Gonna have some cool scars.
Which will take us to your turn, Jeffrey.
Fuck yeah, well. Never killed a space shark before. And then I'm gonna swing recklessly.
A cool looking 2. A 22 will absolutely hit. Look at that guy. Glowing eyeball.
Hell yeah.
Takes 10 points of fire damage as you cut through its shark skin scales with fire.
Oh, man.
23 will also hit. So it takes 6 points of fire damage as you pierce into it.
And once again.
16 also hits.
I don't know why am I off. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm gonna do my sneak attack damage on that.
Alright, absolutely. Sneaking and attacking. For 13 points of fire damage. Flames everywhere. Shark right there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for Dread?
Let's see. What do I have? I guess I'm gonna tell dude to keep beating up. No, I can't do that because that gets rid of one of my attacks. So that's all my turn. That's it.
Alright. That will take us to Larissa.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You got one of those shark things asleep down there. This one is coming up biting Dread.
Yeah. Let's see. I was gonna. Yes, I'll use. I don't have an insult though, but I want to use vicious mockery on this one.
Quick, someone come up with an insult for a shark.
It's manta ray.
With the manta ray.
Back off, you spooky
Oh, you're
bitch.
doing it to the manta ray?
Yeah. No, I want to do do this so that I can do something else to the shark without costume or something.
Okay. The manta ray got a 4. Let me double check. Yeah, manta ray got a 4.
Okay. I forgot that I have to. And it gets disadvantaged on its next attack.
It does get disadvantage on its next attack. As Nero, you take 5 points of psychic damage.
Sus.
It sounds like they're making fun of you, Nero.
But I needed to do that in order to do something else.
What is the something else?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot. I read something incorrectly. But I can't take it back now. Oh well. Oopsie doopsie.
It had a purpose, I swear.
But I'm gonna use beguiling magic on the shark.
Okay. As you cast command on it.
No, that's Mantle of Inspiration. So beguiling magic means that after I use an enchantment or illusion spell using a spell slot, I can cause a creature that you can see within 60 feet of yourself to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC.
Does it
and
say
they
spell
have
slot?
Oh yeah. Who needs healing?
Narrow.
Oh,
Narrow.
wait. If I heal narrow, will I heal the monster as well?
You don't know. You don't really know. I mean, you do see a bunch of blood like dripping down from Narrow's body. So I don't know. He's looking fucked up.
You know,
Yeah.
this won't affect the other this won't affect that. I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration. You're all going to heal hearts. You can move your movement speed, and you also get. Let me just roll the d10.
It will be +1 to whatever you roll. So everyone gets
Plus
2 +1, because Patch is giving Larissa the 1 buff. So everything you roll for the next minute, Larissa, will be at a +1. Thank you, Patchworks.
2 melee.
So everyone gets 3 temporary hit points. And everyone can move up to your speed without provoking an attack's opportunity. Narrow your speed is 0 at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really move because they would move in closer to the others.
But everyone else can move if you want, besides Larissa, including Zom. Is Zom close enough? Yeah, Zom is close enough. Everyone can move up to your speed, which is 10 times your intelligence score at this moment. And 3 temporary hit points.
Okay.
As nobody moves. Except for Zom.
Full speed? You can move your full speed?
Full speed.
Alright.
It's great. It does use a Bardic Inspiration dice, so it's, you know.
Yeah, I've taken one off. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, just so it does cost something. It's not free.
Yeah, just usually
but yeah.
half speed or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, anything else for Larissa?
No.
All right. That will take us to Narrow, blinded by this creature.
We are going to use Cure Wound on himself.
Okay. As kind of in a panic time, you
And we're gonna upcast it.
definitely know how to grab onto your own body a lot easier than grabbing onto this creature that you can't see, even though it's wrapped you up, you know.
Oh, what the fuck, Nero? Why are you touching yourself like that?
So 36.
Yeah, that is a great heal.
And we're gonna have our little friend attack the Manta Ray.
Okay, as your beast of the land, Ravi, strikes out. An 11 is
misses.
gonna miss.
He's going to attack a second time. See if we can get it this time.
A 24 will hit. You will do 13. You take 6 points of damage. As your own beast hurts you. But it hurts the creature as well.
Alright, and that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to the Cloaker. As the Cloaker continues to its attachment towards Narrow. Getting a 20 to hit. It did not have
Definitely hits.
its normal advantage this time. Thanks to Larissa's pointedly laughing at it or something. As Narrow, you will take 14 points of piercing damage. Its tail then lashes out towards your cat, getting a 13 and a 7 to hit.
They both miss.
And then it's gonna moan out, just this. Whoa. I will need Jeff, Zom, and Larissa, and the Beast to give me wisdom saving throws. So not Narrow, not Dude. Wow. Hey!
I'm gonna use my inspiration and try to get higher than that.
Absolutely.
Hey, I did not.
He got worse.
As, yeah, your Beast, Ravi, Zom, and Dude are all frightened of this cloaker creature. Which will end its turn, taking us to Dude.
Does that make me my attacks disadvantage against this guy?
Yes, as long as the creature is
Okay.
within sight, it sure does.
Gotcha. All right.
But that takes us to Dude.
Alright. Narrow's looking better. Let's keep on going.
It's hard to tell, but yeah.
Alright, first one. Let's try and call down a little bit of acid.
Okay, switching it up as acid splashes all over Narrow. I'm just joking. You almost splash it all over Narrow. And instead it just kind of shoot downwards.
Alright, maybe a little bit of fire will help.
Switching up to fire,
22.
22 will absolutely hit.
For 8 points of fire
As
damage.
Narrow will take 4 points of fire.
Alright,
Going through all the elements.
let's try thunder this time.
Ooh, thunder seems to be
natural 20.
that's the one. That is the one that will do it. For 18 points of thunder damage. Narrow, you take 9 points of thunder damage.
That's all I got.
As this thing is still up.
What the?
It is holding on tightly. Anything else for Dude?
Oh, yes. Last one is stunning strike.
Okay. It got a 6, it's stunned.
Alright.
It's still holding on to Narrow loosely, but still there. That will take us to Zom. Zom, you are frightened of this creature behind you. What are you up to?
Well, since I can't go stab that thing, let's just. We'll toll the dead the shark thing.
Okay. The shark got a nat 1.
Has the shark been hit?
The shark has been hit.
Okay.
As it will take
20
points of necrotic damage. As you see blood just start to drip from its eye. Singular glowing eye. Anything else for Zom?
I'm afraid of the cloaker thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can step up.
Absolutely. You can fly up to face with this shork.
That is it.
All right. That will take us to the shork. The shork will continue to bite out at Dude. Getting a nat 20 to hit, Dude.
You mean
Or
Dread?
Dread, yeah. It
Street
could
sharks.
hit Dude if it wanted, but no, it's going to hit Dread. But yeah, getting a nat 20. As Dread, you take 53 points of piercing damage. Reduced to 26. as this thing tries to swallow your leg. And you pull your leg
Like
out, it just scrapes against
just like,
all the
yeah,
skin.
like I've got deep furrows in my leg now.
Yep. Maybe one of its teeth is still left there. Hey, you can make another dagger out of that. That will take us to your turn, Jeffrey.
Fuck yeah.
The other one is sound asleep over there.
How badly does this shark look?
It looks okay. Got some
Okay.
blood. It's some burn marks from last time.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do my scimitar attack recklessly.
Alright, so it's straight roll. Because you're frightened at the moment, but a 22 will hit.
I don't have that. Cool.
For 10 points of damage. It will take the 10.
And then I'm going to pull the shark tooth out of my leg and stab it in its eye.
Stabbing it with its own shark tooth. Take a bite out of crime. A 20 will hit. And she takes 3 points as you stab right next to its eye.
Then scimitar.
A 16 will also hit.
And I can't do
Can't do sneak attack because
sneak
straight
because I
roll.
have. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Alright. That does put the shark in a compromised position, it looks like. It doesn't seem very healthy anymore. Taking us to Larissa.
I'm no longer frightened.
You are still frightened until the end of the cloaker's next turn.
Ah, gotcha. My mistake.
So, as long as the cloaker is here, half our party's frightened.
Half your party is scared and can't move closer to it, or an attacks are a disadvantage.
Okay, I am going to attempt to command it to flee.
Okay. You can tell that it is currently in a stunned state.
Oh,
So it will be
Jesus Christ, dude.
it will be spending its next turn doing nothing.
fine. I'll tell a shark to flee,
Okay.
please.
Telling that shark to get out of here, shoo. You feel like it's listening to you as its eye, its bleeding shark tooth kind of sitting next to its eye. It looks towards you as if attentively listening. It will probably try to run next turn.
Excellent. And what I will do is, can I do that? No, that's not something I can do. Never mind.
All right. Holding your ground there?
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
That will take us to Narrow.
I can't take another hit. I should have technically did that a long time ago. Is there a way I can get out of this grapple?
Absolutely. You can use your action to give me another dexterity or strength save. Or no, give me
Okay,
it's an athletics check.
Athletics check.
Mhm.
Should be a disadvantage, but even though doesn't
With
matter.
a nat 1, as you try to struggle, it's on tight, even though it's stunned in this state. Anything else for Narrow?
Does the beast have to move away from it?
No, it just has disadvantage on attacks.
Okay, then we're gonna tell him in bonus action try to attack.
Certain frightened things do. A 14 does hit. Certain fear effects do cause you to run, but not all of them. As Narrow, you take 3 points of force damage as your beast claws into this creature, splitting it open to break you free, as the creature is deaded. And hear this
Great.
high pitch kind of moan, the classic, the "Rawr," but more realistic. Use your imagination. Video game sound
All
effects
right.
as it breaks apart.
That'll be it.
All right. That will take us to the dead cloaker and then to Dude. Got a sleeping shark and one that looks like it's about to swim away.
Can I hit this thing? Is it gonna still run away, Larissa? Move over here. And
I think
shark.
even if you, I think even if you injure it, doesn't matter. It will still run away.
All right, let's get the shark.
Fuck it up. I want that eyeball.
All right, we're gonna zap them up.
Zap him up. 17 hits. Take 9 points of lightning damage. 15 hits. It'll take 13 points of more lightning damage.
More lightning.
It's crackling around this creature as it's looking. Yeah, I would say at this point you're getting into its side because it is starting to kind of turn in this moment.
Okay. And then I will spend my focus point here, and we'll do 3 more attacks.
Absolutely.
Thunderous
A
whiffs.
12 is going to be a miss. As this thunderous boom crackles out, 24 will hit.
I'll re-roll that one.
For a total of, one better, 8 points of damage.
Rolled so many 2s. So many.
Yeah, there have been a lot I've noticed. And a 13 missing.
All right. That should do her then.
That will take us to Zom.
Yeah, why mess with a good thing? Toll the dead.
All right, as it deftly hears everything that you say to this loud boom in its ear holes. I don't know. It's a shark. They got holes somewhere to hear shit.
Sharks, they got holes.
As it takes 12 points of damage, as it's turning to flee, it falls and crashes down into the spine here, flopping down before slopping off the side and just kind of falling into the abyss down there.
Yeah, small.
I'm gonna. What are we doing about this one that's asleep over there?
We're not touching it.
We got
Can we just,
about
like-
45 seconds till it wakes up.
Can we just push it and get it drifting away?
Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go and grab the eyeball out of that one down there.
It is falling into the nether.
Oh, into the nether. I
Maybe.
thought it landed like.
It did, and then it fell, and then it like slopped off the side, and it's going far down.
Damn it!
Over by this one.
All right. Dude approaches the sleeping shark.
Oh, dude's going over there. I'll go over there.
It looks so peaceful when it's sleeping.
Yeah, we should stab it.
It's like floating upside down.
Hey, can we push it and get it drifting away? Or are we running?
Well, if I can't stab it, I'll push it away.
What are Zom and Nero doing in this moment?
Nero's probably just trying to not fall off. He's probably really, really hurt.
Yeah. I mean, you can fly. You can float there. What's Zom doing?
Heading back to the midsection.
Zom is heading back to the midsection. Jeffrey, you push this creature?
Yeah, I'll try to push it as hard as I can out to
Absolutely.
the abyss.
You push it away as it wakes up. We're back in initiative. And we'll just I don't feel we'll be fine. We'll just keep the same initiative. As this thing wakes up, it snaps out at Jeffrey.
All that work for nothing.
Hey, it didn't attack you during all this.
Why do I even try?
Getting a 26 to hit, Jeffrey. As Jeffrey, you take 27 points of piercing damage.
Would I really? Because
You take half of that, so you take 13.
What was that an advantage or was that at normal?
It was at advantage.
Would it need to be? Because we kind of stopped doing things there for a second.
You did.
Nobody attacked.
It's at advantage because you're missing hit points. It smells blood.
Okay. So how many did you say?
27. You take half of that, so 13. Because you're still raging. Which will end his turn. That's all it's gonna do.
All right, then I'm gonna step up to the streets.
Street sharks.
Yep. And I'm going to attack this motherfucker.
All right. Going reckless. 27 will hit.
Gotta go reckless.
Takes 9 points of fire damage.
And then let's do an offhand.
18 will absolutely hit. Takes 3 points of fire damage.
Unless
13 misses.
do I have a way of fixing that? I do not.
Precision strike.
Nope.
Fair
That'll
enough.
be my turn.
That'll take us to Larissa. Nero on deck as you're just kind of floating there. You see Dread push the shark away as the shark quickly whips up, bites out at him.
I have, I guess you could call it a logistical question.
Mm-hmm.
Can a shark, can it grovel? Can it, prone,
It is not immune to being prone.
Great. I'd like to cast command on it and get it to grovel.
Looks like it's about to dive down into the clouds. You roll an 8.
Nice. And then I guess what I'll do is I'll use another one of my You Hear the Harp. Everyone gets a
+1. I will say still +1.
6.
The 1 buff is still going. So
Yeah.
So it'll be 10
Yeah,
plus
right.
1, so 11 temporary hit points. And you can all move.
And you can all move your normal. So if you want to get within range, want to get out of range, you do you. Oh, yeah. And then
You got this, don't you, dude? Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Dread back up.
No, he doesn't. Never.
How many creatures can you affect with that?
I'm pretty certain it's 5.
So would you affect Nero's pet with that?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Everyone but myself, I think.
All right. Fair enough. Anything else for Larissa?
That's it, thank you.
That will take us to Nero. As you see this thing as it takes a chomp at Dread, it starts to careen downwards a little bit after Larissa calls out for it to grovel.
All right, so we're going to shoot one arrow ourselves at it.
Okay. That's going to be a hit.
21.
Yeah.
For 11.
Take 11 points of damage.
And we're going to get Ravi to attack 3 times.
All right.
Oh, it's a disadvantage, but it shouldn't be 20.
It's fair. 23 will hit.
All right.
For 13 points of
13.
damage.
Second attack.
18 will
18.
hit. For 9
Another
points
9.
of damage. 22 total so far.
And the last one.
Is going to be a
13.
miss.
All right. That'll be it.
All right. As the cat is doing some damage, taking us to Dude. Dex.
Right. I will over here, and I will use my bonus action to make an unarmed strike.
Okay.
A 27.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to do it.
That'll be lightning damage, kind of like a cattle prod.
Takes 9.
And then I will hold my action for when I get advantage.
Okay.
Attack it.
Fair enough. That will take us to Zom.
I'll take the last step up. But I will continue to toll the dead.
Okay. It's got it. Where'd it go? Wisdom. Got a 10. Starts to careen downwards. It will take 13 points of damage. Anything else for Zom?
No, I'm right where I need to be.
All right. As it just kind of flips down. Yeah, dude, you have advantage, sure.
Hey.
That'll hit. Good thing for that advantage.
What a miss. For 10 points of lightning damage.
All right. Oh, that's going to be a miss.
Man. Double 12s. 17.
You have 3 attacks?
Oh, only 2. My bad.
You're good. But that will end his turn, taking us to Jeffrey. This thing just kind of flips like its bottom is, its front is down and its butt is up in the air. Tail fin kind of wagging around.
Weird. All right, I'm gonna attack it.
All right. Nat freaking 20. Yes.
Yeah, good. Do sneak attack.
Yes.
And let's see. I will also do a pushing attack.
Absolutely.
Let's see. That is
It is unmoved, but it will
that's all
take
the
all that
buttons.
damage, yeah. For 32 points of damage. Yeah, as you cleave into it, pushing it outwards a little bit, this fire splits its backside. As spilling out is fish guts all over the ground. Or all over
I would
the
like
astrals. It starts
to.
to split.
I would like to try to get the shark fin, so that I can make shark fin soup.
Absolutely, give me a dexterity save. Get it before it falls into nothingness.
I'll help him.
Give me your own dex save. Jeffrey doesn't need help. Jeffrey grabs the tail before it flies down. And dude just kind of helps a little bit. Not that he needed it. And you just slice off the large tail.
Fuck yeah!
I thought he wanted a tooth. I'm grabbing a tooth.
And I wanted a fin.
You got a fin and a tooth. Why not? But I will say, as this creature is dealt with, the denizens lurking nearby are gone. At least the ones you see. But that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break, folks. So stick around. And we'll see about uncovering more things when we come back. We'll see you in a minute.
We did a thing.
Alrighty, folks. Last we left off. Well, welcome back. And yeah, last we left off after undoing one of these wards within the rear of the vessel, heading to either the second one or searching more of this wreckage. We find ourselves, well, an encounter with a cloaker that was hidden beneath the looking like a caught cloak in the ribs, as well as two giant space shark things attacked. But after dealing with them and Nero taking the brunt of many attacks, as well as, well, luckily the dread was raging. But that's what we're going to pick up. We're out of combat. We don't need no combat thing. As what are you guys up to?
All right, well, we were on our way to check out that heart, right?
Yeah, that's the last piece of the ship.
Damn, Nero, you okay?
I'll survive.
Cool. Knew you could handle it, buddy. And I'm gonna keep moving on.
Yeah.
As you do see
I'll give him a
Zom
thumbs up.
kind of leaning towards where the tree is. And Larissa as well, it looks like.
I'm going with
Oh, what's over there?
The study.
Study's over here?
It's down there.
All right. Dread, we're going to studies this way. I'll check out the heart later.
I'll reluctantly turn around.
As you head back, the treant doesn't greet you, much like it when you first saw it. It's motionless. It looks just like a tree, trying not to look like a tree person, tree thing. You all head below deck.
Yeah.
He
All
prevents
right.
us.
All right,
Yeah.
still got the invisibility up. I seen anything?
Uh,
I still have it. Isn't it like
Larissa
ability
wouldn't
lost?
because you cast sleep. It's a concentration. Or is it concentration?
Yeah.
No, I
No,
don't
it's
believe it
not,
is.
so you would still have it up. Yeah, as you guys head below deck, you would see that glowing rune, much like the same, right above where the books are.
We were so close. We didn't even know it.
Like that little crescent moon pulsating, those of you that have seen visibility up.
Mm-hmm. Trying to remember. It's the moon. Something. Jesus Christ, words for a lot of things.
Sam, what was the password?
Moon sings a song for the lost.
Moon sings a song for the lost. Turn off.
As you say that, it pulsates for a brief moment as you hear it kind of whirring down. And then it just looks like a regular carving that everyone can see above the desk there in the bookshelf.
Think it worked.
Now what?
Now we get to the heart. We open the door. Let's hope we're the first ones through it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dibs on the heart.
Fair enough. As you quickly leave, just as quick as you had came, yeah, you head back to the up top and fly across all the way to the forecastle and the heart. And you can see this colossal heart is part flesh, part stone looming over the segment's top deck. What remains of the ship's prow plunge deep into the heart itself. The deck rumbles as the heart pulses. Scraps of gossamer sails dangle off the ship's broken mast, which is jammed through one of the doors which leads into the forecastle. You do see another entrance as well. There's pretty much two doors there.
Can I try to get some of the crystal?
Do you got any
Just-
like mining equipment?
I would hack away at it with my adamantine battle axe.
What do you do with your scimitar or dagger?
I would lay them on the ground.
Okay, give me a.
I plunge them into the ground a little bit, you know?
Sure. Give me an athletic survival check. I'm gonna say survival. With a 23, sure, yeah, you chisel off pieces of its crystal, which quickly turns to just kind of like brittle quartz.
I was hoping it would stay magical. Alright. Then I'll pick back up my dagger and scimitar. Ready to set things on fire, you know?
Okay.
Over the ship.
Yeah, and you can see one of the doors is jammed as the actual mast goes through it and kind of crashed into the door there. And there is another door as well. But yeah, what are you guys doing?
One door seems quite destroyed, so let's check the other door.
Mm-hmm.
I would say as you approach the other door, there's also stairs. There's also like steps going down. Like as you see here, there's a door on either side of the stairs there. But as you approach this door, you would hear sounds like rustling from within it.
Someone is
Occasional
here.
kind of some rustling.
Hey, somebody down there?
Who is it?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
No, there's nobody here.
I think he's lying.
They stay in there. We get what we want. Who cares?
Okay, you stay. You're good.
I know I'm
Downstairs.
good. What are you doing on my ship?
It's more wreckage than ship at this point.
It doesn't
Yeah, I don't think
answer
it-
the question.
I don't think it falls under maritime law anymore.
We're sent by the crew to look for survivors among the wreckage.
They're alive?
Yes.
It depends who's asking.
Yeah, what have you been doing with your time?
Are you accustomed to talking through doors like this?
Well, open the door.
Unfortunately, we've done it before, yes.
I assume the door opens on your side as well.
Ah, but you see I'm sitting comfortably in a chair.
Yes, well, we're standing rather comfortably on a deck.
It would seem we're at an impasse. Please
Too
leave
bad.
my ship.
No, thank you.
I'll see you later. I'll stomp my feet in place.
You know, I really think that I could just become the new captain of this ship. It's pretty easy.
You would hear an exasperated sigh come from inside the door.
You really gonna let a stranger take the captaincy from you?
Honey, I'm in the captain's seat.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're captaining right now.
Just
'cause
open the
your
fucking
crew-
door, idiots.
Oh, good. Son, we have to go in there, son?
I have no idea. We could move this mast and go in this other door, or we could go downstairs. They're not going anywhere.
You would hear some hobbling and a little bit of banging around as a thud against the door, and the door would open as you see a one-legged woman with one wing and one arm holding on to actually no, she's got two arms, holding on to a leg in one of her hands. Yeah, a beautiful woman, got kind of bluish glowing eyes. She is not sitting comfortably in that chair at the moment. What do you want? Why are you on my ship? Why are you being so rude to the captain of it? That you can't even open a door.
Need a hand?
I am fixing
Not the
it
time.
myself. I have encountered raiders before, and I am not afraid. Well,
I mean, I'm not a raider, but
They're
also
not
I wouldn't know the
raiders.
first thing about fixing that leg of yours, so good luck.
I was just doing a
No,
tune-up.
we're basically
she'll pop her leg
on a
on.
mission. We're basically on a mission from God, so you can just, this piece of a rod somewhere around here
The
that
gods
has been
have
powering the
forsaken
ship.
you, if you are here.
Yeah, well, they do that a lot.
We're just passing through.
Yeah, we need this piece that you've been using to power this ship.
Please.
She crosses her arms as she finally eventually kind of like assembles her leg onto her, onto her leg. What do you need that for?
Save the universes, worlds, that kind of thing.
Jeez. Do you have anything plain to speak about? Or do you speak in riddles
No.
and...
He speaks the,
Okay,
the truth.
You want to speak plainly? Let's speak plainly.
Yes,
There
please.
is a monster that I can't really remember what he actually is, but his name's Vecna.
She
religion
rolls
has
her eyes. I know the name.
Good. He's coming back and he wants to remake the world in his own image, which I guess you can understand if you know whom he is. You would understand that it's not going to be favorable. And one of the ways in which we have found that we can help defeat him before this happens is to assemble this rod. Now, we have it on very good authority that the rod is within this vicinity. Figaro himself has told me so as well.
Oh, he's alive.
Also, yes, he's alive, and he's also taken up captaincy because they assume you're dead. So, you might want to fix that up.
Well, there are monsters and raiders about. Not like I can go there myself, not with... Also, my wing's broken.
Singular wing.
We don't have wings, and we came down here.
She rolls her eyes. I know how the astral works. Just because you can fly with a thought doesn't mean you should. It takes a toll on you.
Huh?
But yes, the rod piece, I don't care about it anymore. It's dangerous, but it led us here. I can't explain it, but I'd just as well be rid of it. I believe I have occasionally done some exploration, but every time I've gone out, there have been, well, not good things. So I've avoided exploring any further from Havoc. Safe in my room, trying to fix up some things. But I have seen a particularly dangerous-looking serpentine monster emerging from the heart from time to time. That being said, no, the rod piece, is in a safe room. Below the bridge. And she points to the stairs. We protected it from raiders, and, well, it's equipped with magical security wards. Triggered when the ship crashed.
You said that there's a monster inside the heart?
I've seen one come out of it, yes.
Oh, okay, what kind of monster?
As I stated, it was serpentine.
You guys want to fight a big snake? I want to fight a big snake.
I'd rather we just get the piece and leave.
Yeah.
A snake.
But
Well,
the snake might have something,
it's in the safe
useful.
room, and unless you deactivate the wards, then, well...
The moon has already sung for the lost. The doors are
She
open.
furrows her brow. Where did you hear that phrase?
From you, and I'll drop the journal on the desk.
Are you going into her room?
Yeah, I thought we all went in. Sorry.
No, I assume she was standing in the doorway.
Yeah,
No.
I assume that she was in the doorway too.
I don't know. She's a one-legged individual. I didn't feel like she was going to stand for very long.
She put her leg on. She was just fixing it up. But she'll gesture in there and go sit down as you drop the book. So you like reading other people's things? No, I get it.
Most of the books I've read were written by other people, yes.
Well, hope you found it interesting. So I
Useful.
take it you've disabled this already and don't need to find the runes. They're invisible, by the way.
Well, they were. You can see them when they're turned off.
Yes, you can. I suppose you don't need me at all, then.
No, but if we gather this piece, we'll take you back to the rest of your crew and you can all figure it out from there.
After we fight a big monster.
Not gonna leave my wing. So it's
Where is
no way to
your
address
wing?
them. It's in the other room. It's broken.
The one that has the mast through the door?
You can access it through the... And she kind of gestures into her room. You can come into it through my room.
I was just gonna say Jeff really likes chopping things up, so he could probably take care of the mast. But
That
if you have
would
access
be
already,
yes, just through that door and through another.
Then why haven't you done it?
Because I've been trying. You guys are real assholes.
What's stopping you? Here's the thing, is like there's a monster through that door that we're gonna encounter that you haven't told us about.
She just grabs her head in her hand. Well, I don't like to suffer fools for too long, so sounds like you must be on your way.
that hole right there leads to the other room.
Right through my room. You can get around there if you'd like. But it would seem we have little to talk about.
You just want your wing back? Well, go get your wing.
Well, it's there. It's just broken. Otherwise,
Can you repair it?
If I could repair it, I would have done so already. Have you not listened to a word I've been saying?
I am no
I mean, maybe you did have the tools. Who knows?
My hands aren't what they used to be.
Why? What have they become? But
You were
Finger.
right. He is an asshole.
Finger crossbows.
Well, let's go
We'll
get
get
this
to
wing and
we'll-
see what
we'll
we
get
can
the
do.
wing.
I want to fight a fucking snake.
Well, if we're here long enough, we probably will.
But in her room, you can see like clothes tossed over the chair backs, open books strewn across the tables. And she only has one feathered wing. I would note that on the bedside table, you can see a fancy lantern with what looks to be an eyeball. A particularly fancy looking golden ring. And what looks to be if Dread's sword was able to turn off. Sitting there. Unsheathed on her table.
Went for the door without the weapon. Bold strategy.
You can hear things in people's voices. I knew I was not under threat. But yes, right through there.
What's with that eyeball?
It's a lantern to see invisible things.
That's cool.
They have to see the wards to turn them off. They are to tinker with the rod piece. Makes sense.
But through there is the navigation room, or the bridge. There's a door in there to get to the navigation room, which is where my wing is stored for now.
Okay.
If you'd like to all trounce through my office quarters, you can do so, but don't touch anything.
The bridge, then.
Yeah, I'll trounce through her quarters and I will take a very long look at everything without using my hands for the time being.
She watches you watch them.
Do I see anything of note in her as we go through? Other than just stuff you've already...
The sword, the ring, and the lantern stick out. I mean, there's tons of books everywhere. Navigation charts and stuff like that. Clothes.
I don't know if there's anything that might be partially hidden or something.
You don't see anything in here.
Okay.
But up ahead is the bridge that... Actually, double check. Is that right? That's the navigation room. Oh, god darn it. I gotta double check something, make sure I don't like lying. So no, it's just this empty space that has... Yeah, and what can easily be taken to another room, to the navigation room. Where you can see a chunk of a mass piercing the door on the other side. It also fills the corner of the room in here. And you can see a large bronze sphere hovering in the center of the room, spinning idly. Displayed on the table below is a wing-shaped contraption. And this room looks like it formerly served as a navigation room. And now it looks like a small workshop.
Well, there's the wing.
As you see a wing splayed out on the table.
I'm guessing the orb is the rod.
No, it's just some contraption.
What is it?
It looks to be some odd, like, contraption. I don't know, like almost like a map, but not quite
Can
a
I
map.
do an investigation or something?
On the sphere?
Yeah. I'm curious.
It's just meant to look nice. There's nothing to it.
Okay.
It is literally
A lamp.
yeah, kind of. It's just this like just hovering there in the center of the room, spinning, releasing little bits of light above the table where the wing is splayed out.
Cool. How big is this lamp?
I don't know. I mean, I can bring you to that little map there if you want to see. It's small. It's just hovering there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the lamp.
We're here for the wing.
It's about I'd say 2 feet in diameter.
Then it's not that small. I was just gonna. I mean, it would look really cool back in the in the cave. I'm just saying they're not gonna use this place anymore, right? It's all right, fine. And then I'll pick up the wing and start making my way back upstairs.
It's just around the door.
Or wherever.
This is the workshop.
I'll start making my way with the wing back to the captain. Ida.
Inda. She never introduced
Inda.
herself though.
Well, we know her name from the first mate.
I know. Yeah. Yes, that did. Good job, you found it.
I did. Hooray.
It's quite amazing.
It would be if it worked.
Well, you say it's... I'm not going to pretend I know anything about any of this stuff, obviously. But, like, you say that it's broken. Like, is it broken mechanically, or is it missing a part to make it work?
It is broken mechanically, yes.
Do you know anybody that can fix it? Like, in your crew, or maybe, like...
Well, obviously I can't. Honestly, I've been able to fix it most times it's happened. But no, they aren't. I figure I might be able to figure it out, but...
Well, I mean, we after this getting the rod, we're planning on going back to what's that place called, guys? Sigil?
Yeah, Sigil.
Yeah. Yeah. This is kind of town in the astral somewhere. I don't fucking know. But you're welcome to come back with us, I guess.
I have no interest in abandoning A, my crew, and B...
Well, I was going to invite them too, but your ship's fucked, my guy.
I know the state of my ship.
Captain goes down the ship.
That's what they say, isn't it?
So what if the rest of your crew goes with us?
I don't think they would. Most of them are too loyal. Well, some of them. Been through the seas a lot.
No more seas.
Okay.
Yep, just offering. Then I'm not going to carry this this wing around anymore. Fine.
I would hope you wouldn't steal my wing, no.
Nope. I was trying to be helpful, and turns out that's the end of my helpfulness.
I appreciate you trying to help by bringing me an object that's mine and from a room over.
You're not curious how the mechanical wing works?
Me? No.
If there's one, we could probably get a set made and you could fly yourself.
I mean, that would be pretty awesome. Now that you say that.
It did cost a pretty penny.
Alright, so if you're not using this wing anymore, I guess we could take it. Take it off your hands, you know? Yeah.
No.
Can
What? I
see
thought
her eyes start to glow bright.
Is that not what we're talking about, guys?
Oh, you
No?
lied.
That's not what we're talking about.
Oh, damn it.
You're always talking about how you're upholding justice, yet you've talked
Uh,
several times about stealing in the past 5 minutes.
they're pirates.
Who's pirates?
They're sailors.
Are they?
Not everyone that has a ship is a pirate.
Are you sure about that?
She stamps her feet on the
Yes.
ground and stands up. We are far from pirates. If you knew what we were, you wouldn't say these things idly. She reaches to the table and grabs her sword as it quickly erupts in flames.
Well, what are you?
We are the crew of the Lambent Zenith.
What's that?
As she just takes a deep breath. You will hold your tongue around me. You may be heroes or whatever trying to save the universe. Or whatever you call it, stopping Vecna. That all sounds well and good. Trying to save the heavens. Trying to save the souls of the damned.
How do you get your sword to turn on and off like that?
I psychically whisper a word to it.
Oh, yeah, mine don't do that.
And she kind of blinks and it turns off.
Maybe try blinking.
I blink a lot, my guy.
Yeah, true.
You sound like you've got a very important job.
We did. But we're here for now.
Were you the only ones? Or were there others like you?
Of course there's others. Not many that we've seen.
Let's find this rod piece, and we can take you back to your crew. And then you can do whatever. But we need that rod piece.
Well, good luck with that. And please leave the wing where you left it if you aren't going to help fix it.
I mean, you guys. I don't know. I could take a look at it, see if I can figure it out, but it's not really my.
I don't know much about mechanical stuff, so
You want to build one. First, you must
Alright.
look at this one.
I'll take a look at it. How long would it? I bet it would take. Like, do you guys want to take a break here for a while? Is the thing. It's going to take me a while to study this thing.
He's also holding 2 flaming swords.
Yeah.
Give me a survival or investigation check on the wing.
Let's see. That is. Let's do survival. Oof.
You rolled it twice.
Did I? Oh, I thought I rolled it once.
Oh no, the
23 then.
previous was for the shark.
Ah, yeah.
With a 13, yeah, you don't know shit about this wing. It's mechanical, maybe?
It is mechanical in nature.
Indeed.
I mean, I would need to spend more time with it to learn something, I guess.
Well, it was worth a shot for looking.
Maybe later.
let's go get that rod piece.
She reaches into a drawer and pulls out a key. Thank you for at least trying in the end. And tosses you a key. In the bridge, in the chair, there is a hidden compartment locked in the armrest. You find a useful scroll within.
Thank you. We'll try not to take too long.
It's the least I could do for the least you could do. As she smiles because she thinks she was being clever with that. She's an angel. Well, it would be downstairs.
All right, let's head that way.
Is that downstairs, yeah?
Thank you.
Good luck.
I just kind of give her a shrug and a slight bow. Walk down.
She'll nod. As you guys head down to the steps, it only goes down one layer here. Down to the bridge. I'm gonna move you guys. You would see this room ending in a wall of Havoc's flesh. Glass shards shattered from the windows all over the floor. There is an armchair sitting... Oh. No, so that was the... That's up there. That cargo hold.
That is the bridge.
That is the bridge. So the chair's there.
Okay. Find the secret compartment in the chair.
It is easily found upon speaking about it, upon knowing its location. But yeah, it's like a silver wrought chair toppled over and broken in half. Inside the compartment, easily opened with the key, is a single spell scroll. It is a spell scroll of Flame Strike.
Ooh. That's a big one.
Since she said that that's the least she could do for the least we could do, could I search this place for hidden compartments?
Yeah, there are no other hidden compartments, because she told you about the one.
Go down to the cargo hold.
Yeah, down to the cargo.
It would seem she keeps a lot of the treasure with her. But yes.
Makes sense.
Heading down to the cargo hold. This is where the description of the wall isn't there with the other. Yeah, that's what threw me, because of the wall description. But empty crates and barrels littering this deck. You do see a double door standing at the fore of it. The door's surface kind of shimmers, as if trapped behind a wall of translucent silver light.
Well, perhaps we need to say it once more. Do you see anything different? Those of you who can see invisible? Are there more rooms?
You do not.
No.
You do the honors this time,
I'll try the door.
All right. The door, as you go to try it opens right up. No problem. The shimmering is still there, but it opens right up, as you can see inside. Or can you?
I cannot.
I put a wall there. Yeah, you can see inside. But either way, an overwhelmingly foul stench starts to fill this destroyed and empty room. I'll move you guys over there if you want. Where the prow should be is a gaping hole leading into the putrid core of Havoc's heart.
Guess what, guys? We get to fight a snake.
Hey.
Of course we do.
Seems you are correct.
You guys want to take a quick break here before we go in there, since Nero's looking still fucked up.
Yeah.
Downside is I don't think a break will help Nero, as we've already taken a break.
We've taken one.
Hopefully,
Long
maybe
ago.
he didn't use all of his short rest points. It's hit dice.
No.
Good to break.
Yeah.
Need 10 minutes if Zom does his thing. Or we take longer, either way.
10 minutes lead a spell slot, yeah.
No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to.
We can probably wait. I mean,
You can take an
I
hour.
we can take
I
an
just don't
hour.
know. I don't know
No.
how much. I mean,
Let's just,
yes,
well,
Nero
let's
needs
just
a
take
while.
let's just take an hour.
You can easily take an hour. And here's anything you do. Is dread is you definitely have to hold your swords here. You don't want to embed them into the wood.
Well, I mean, there is that little wall over here of the flesh,
It is
Yeah, it's
stone.
more like stone, but yeah.
stone. No ledges over there for me to lay them on.
You can take a short rest and just hold on to them for flavor.
Yeah, I could.
All right, then let's take a short rest.
But yeah, is there anything you guys are doing during the short rest? Anything you guys discuss? Or just...
Closing my shark wounds with my blades.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't need a short. I don't get anything.
You don't get anything. You do hear the occasional gurgle and pulsation of the heart beating within. But it stinks like all get out. Like rotten blood.
Do we have to breathe in the astral sea?
You don't know. You
All
don't,
right,
you
I'm
don't
ready.
have to breathe.
So
I don't
if I
think.
stop breathing, I can stop smelling this awful stench?
It still pervades your senses. Did you guys finish your short rest?
And just after a short rest, I'm gonna use that just before we go in. I haven't used it before. 1d8 plus wisdom. If it's gonna get me better than...
Absolutely.
Oh, does it give me better than 11? So, doesn't matter. That's fine.
How do you proceed?
Well, first,
I'll go first.
hold on.
I'll go after Dread.
Nero can have 15
I
more.
am
All right.
going to blah blah blah. I'm going to cast mirror image on myself preemptively.
Okay. How long does that last?
It doesn't say how long it lasts. It just spell
it
ends
does.
when all 3 duplicates are destroyed.
Probably forever.
It lasts 1 minute.
So I healed Nero for
Oh.
an extra 15.
All right, thank you.
I don't expend it then.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
And it's been an hour.
I just saw that it lasts until all 3 duplicates are destroyed and just assumed that it was just there.
You're good.
It's been an hour, so Larissa and Dude's see invisibility is down.
Yes.
So I will use mine.
Okay.
Just in case. We at least have somebody who can see invisible if it comes up.
Fair enough.
And hopefully it doesn't come up, but remember, Jeff Dread is death warded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't die.
Try not to.
And I guess we get to... This is gross, but yeah,
Let's
whatever.
go in.
As it's this sickly, stony flesh as you head forward and down, twisting into the heart itself. Beyond the shattered safe room is an oval-like chamber, walls of purple, flesh just kind of dimly lit by pinkish bioluminescent orbs. The air absolutely reeks of death in here, and you can see an opening in one wall leads to another chamber within. We bring you to a new map. More colorful.
There it goes.
Yeah, at least there's light.
There is dim light in here.
I've seen this colon before.
Right?
These guys have obviously never seen what the inside of a heart looks like.
Well, it's hard to imitate. To be fair, the original image was just black and white.
Okay.
It is shaped more like it, but
Intestines.
no,
This is a guy.
it's got the shape of
It's
a heart.
closer to a. It's closer to a, like the texture's closer to like a cow's stomach,
Yeah,
like tripe.
yeah, for sure. But it's been like I don't know, the petrified, so maybe it caused some weird ripple effects in it.
Has
We'll
descended.
go with that. I'm like, move forward
Yeah.
deeper into this.
Yeah.
Walk through the
Arch.
heart.
And you
Unless
can
we see something.
Zom's holding the rod piece at the moment, or you have it?
I have the first rod piece.
You can feel that it is close.
We're on the right track.
As you delve deeper and deeper, you
Well,
can
then you
see the sickly.
keep an eye out for anything moving, anything, you know.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be surprised.
Yeah. And you will definitely not be surprised. As you kind of turn the corner, you can see that the walls and floors ahead of a massive chamber. There's a few columns in your way. Alternate between gray, petrified stone and flexing muscle in a moment. Like, just kind of like little bits of muscle and flesh. But definitely you can see it as you turn the corner. Clinging to the ceiling in here is a serpentine monstrosity, like a skinless snake. Long, draconic snout drips with venom as it slumbers. It is sleeping on the ceiling.
Well, so we.
Whatever we do, let's not wake him up.
Well, we're gonna do that when we kill him.
And probably better we don't kill it and we sneak out of here with the rod.
Find the rod first.
What if the
So we
rod's
should
inside
sneak. We should sneak around.
Well, it's not exactly our strong suit.
I can help with that.
I mean, I can get in there and get out. Where is Rod? Do we know?
I don't know, somewhere within like a 200-foot radius
Mm-hmm.
in that general direction.
I can.
Let's go take a look.
Alright. We're gonna sneak. We're gonna sneak, or
I'm quiet. I'll go.
I can help with that. Nero's gonna cast a pass without a trace
Okay.
on the group.
As you guys all start stealthing, everyone give me a stealth check. With 13.
I do deception because I want to fight this thing.
You can choose not to roll me a stealth check and fail.
Yeah. But I want to pretend like I am, like sneaking.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me a performance check. I would say everyone is pretty keen
Mm-hmm.
and can tell that you are fake stealthing. As Zom's over there actually having a hard time sneaking. As everyone else got 26, 25, 28, and a 13. And a nat 1.
I would have been a 20.
Meet the cat real quick. Ravi gets 21.
Is Jeffrey pretending to sneak? You guys start sneaking through
Yep.
and into this area. As Zom, you start to kind of clank a little bit uphill. You can see a kind of petrified, caved-in artery. 10-foot wide artery leading from this chamber is caved in. Or not caved in, it's nearly caved in. There's, I don't know, darkness, dark goop within it. Black sludge. Zom, almost as the same moment as you make this noise, and Dread's kind of like probably humming his, Batman theme song as he's trying to sneak through this thing. It quickly lurches up and drops to the ground with so much speed that you did not expect from this creature.
I am the darkness that flaps in the night. Oh no.
As you get to see that thing. It's got 2 pictures, actually. As even though it's serpentine, it does have legs. 2 pictures for the price of 1.
Big boy.
But as it drops down, that is where we're going to end tonight. And we can go ahead and roll initiative.
I
meant to have different music for this place.
I think that's right. We do all have advantage on initiatives.
Yeah, because we're close to him.
You do.
We're close to Sam.
That one.
I got a 22, not a 5.
This thing also got a nat 20, so it'll be fine. It is definitely most likely going first. But that is where we're going to end tonight, folks. So, also in this moment, as we're ending, Zom, you feel the presence of that rod piece. Maybe about 15, 20 feet away.
Of course.
As this thing might have eaten it.
Called it.
But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and we are going to pick up there next week for more Vecna, Eve of Ruin. And we'll see you next time as they engage this. It's called a herdalod, so not that you're not gonna figure out the name of it, but it's got a name. But yeah.
Thanks again, Pat.
Yes, thank you, Patch, for the buff.
Thank you,
and
Patch.
yeah, we'll see you next week, folks. Night, Internet.
Internet.
Bye.